So today I want to show you something a little bit different. These are ketone strips, and what you do is you take one of these strips out and you pee on it, and this is going to tell you what your ketone levels are. Now the darker the color, the more ketones you have in your body. Now this is proof whether I've cheated, had carbs and sugars, because you can't cheat this, okay? So I went ahead and I did pee on a pee strip. So let's see what color I am, okay? So there's my color right there. And it looks like we are right here. Now I have been this color before, but the only way to really get to this color is if you're like fasting for like 5 days. Like that's really deep into ketosis. So this is my color right here. So we are still doing good, still in ketosis from doing the carnivore diet. So everything is right on track. Now let's go and weigh myself and see if I have dropped some weight overnight. That's more like it. I was 208.9 yesterday, 208.3. Now we're going back down. All right, so I just took my ketone levels as you just saw, and I actually weighed myself. So I lost a little bit more weight overnight. Slow and steady wins the race. It may be little, may be small, but we're going in the right direction. Another thing I like to do periodically is check my blood pressure and my heart rate. This is very critical too, because I do have a family history of high blood pressure and things like that. So many people are focused on the outside, like the physical, and look, I get it. I'm just like you. We all want to look fantastic on the outside, but it's very important to make sure you check what's going on in the inside. So I took my blood pressure. It looks like it's doing really good. My heart rate was a little elevated. Usually when you're really healthy and you're in fitness, you want to get that heart rate down to like 50 to 60 beats per minute. I was at 74, and I know the reason why. I've had some caffeine throughout the day. My sleep really hasn't been the best. And I'm dealing with a little bit of stress because of the lack of sleep. So when you combine all those things, your heart rate is actually going to be higher than it should be, okay? So I just got to manage those things. Maybe you're someone who deals with sleep, issues where you're just not getting proper sleep. You consume too much caffeine, and maybe there's stress in your life. These are all contributing factors to your heart rate, all right? So remember, we all want to look good on the outside, but we got to make sure things are going good on the inside. So we're going to jump in the car. I'm going to take my son to school, and my wife and I are going to hit our Friday workout right before the weekend, and I will see you there. We are in the gym, so what we're going to do, we're going to do pec deck for the chest, but not just any pec deck. We're going to do what's called integrated partials. So you're going to do one full rep, come all the way back, half rep. And you're going to do 3 sets of 12. Trust me, you will not want to do heavy weight with this. It's very, very challenging. Constant tension is the name of the game. Forget ego lifting. Constant tension. Okay, we just finished the gym, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna be heading to a pretty well-known grocery store here in Florida, Publix, where we're gonna hit a special one that you don't see too often. And so stay tuned, we're gonna take you there. Plenty of good food to eat in a grocery store. You would be surprised. This one is very unique. All right, this is the Publix that we're gonna walk into. I'm gonna show you some things you've probably never seen before in a grocery store, where you can eat healthy and stick to your goals, and you're not buying stuff off the shelf. All right, if you can believe it, you can actually drink alcohol while you're shopping in here. It's got beer, wine, it's got shakes and stuff too. Of course, I'm not going to be doing any of that. What I want to show you is right over here. This is where the good food is at. All right, check this out. We got a nice salad bar, yes, in the grocery store. All right, got a nice salad bar.
Just a little bit?
And then,
Just a little bit, huh?
we've got some seafood today. Got some fish. I'll probably get some fish. I'll get some shrimp. All right. Not gonna get the rice. No fried stuff. All right. We're gonna keep it healthy. Then they actually make pizza here, if you can believe it. See the oven? So we've got these pizzas, but we're not doing that either. We're gonna skip the pizza. All right. We also have a sushi bar. Let me show you that real quick. So we have our sushi bar. All right. Check this out. Burritos, nachos, bowls. You can actually get like a Chipotle bowl in here. Got our barbacoa. So we got some pork, chicken, and you got your beans. I really like this Tex-Mex rice. I like all these. These are all good. We got some enchiladas. So, and look at all the great seafood we got here. Very nice. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Got our tenderloin fillets, and let's see what else they got. They got these flavored sausages. Yeah, this is excellent. So as you can see, you can eat pretty darn healthy at this particular Publix. Obviously, we're not gonna do the pizza and the rice and the fried foods, but you can get like the salads, the seafoods. On other days, they have Asian, so you can get like meatballs, chicken, you know, the noodles. I don't do the noodles, obviously, because I'm doing carnivore. But this is an amazing Publix. They're not too crowded, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit the food bar. I'm gonna get some seafood, and that'll be one of my meals today. All right, so this is gonna be one of my meals I'm gonna have later. I got 2 salmon fillets, and we got some sauteed shrimp, and that's gonna be all I need. All right, so we're back home. We're not gonna eat this yet. I'm gonna have my first meal. I always have eggs, you know, sausage, avocado, cheese. And then in a few hours, this will be my last meal of the day. All right, so this will be my first meal. 4 eggs, egg whites, 3 ounces of cheese, avocado. We got this sausage. Meal number 1, meal number 2. That's how it's gonna roll today. All right, just got back from my 15-minute walk after eating. And speaking of eating, that, my friend, is the most important thing about your weight loss. There is nothing more important than that. Let me take these off real quick. Absolutely nothing more important. Man, I gotta clean my office. I just got stuff everywhere. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna move some things around. Actually, what those are, they're jackets, because last week in Florida, we hit record lows, and now it's like hot. It feels like summer already. So anyway, food is going to be your number one thing that you're going to want to focus on when it comes to losing weight. Losing weight is actually pretty simple if you know the foods to eat. And I'm going to tell you right now, exercise is not going to get you there. You could be in the gym for 2 hours every day. If your diet's trash, you are absolutely not going to make progress. All right. Now, a few days ago, I did a video on how I'm quitting OMAD, and I will say I'm not entirely quitting OMAD. I'll do OMAD on certain days, like days that I don't work out. Like, makes no sense to eat a bunch of calories when I'm not going to be working out, right? However, there is something I'm kind of noticing about how I'm feeling when I eat a large meal OMAD, and I got to tell you, it's just too much. I've literally would eat a meal that's like 1,400 calories all in one sitting, high fat, got the protein in there, no carbs. And like an hour later, I'm just like ready to fall asleep and crash, which is kind of weird because you typically get that when you consume a lot of carbohydrates and sugars and you go through the carb coma. Well, it's like I'm going through a fat coma. I don't know what's going on. So I think it's because I'm ingesting too much fat in one meal and I need to split the meals out. That's why I'm gonna be doing 2 meals today, all right? So here's the thing, weight loss is all trial and error. Like what works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for someone else. Sometimes you just gotta try certain things, you know? I know there's like research out there and you'll have like these guys come online, you know, oh, that's not science. You know, you got the science guys, right? But I'm like this, right? Okay, science has its place, but test it out. Does it work for you? It may not, all right? So this is why you got to sometimes find some trial and error to see what best fits you, all right? So what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is I usually do a full fast on Saturday and I won't eat until Sunday afternoon, probably around noon. That's kind of something I've been doing the past 3 weeks. I feel good about it. I drop a little bit more weight and I feel really, really amazing when I do those fasts, okay? So just remember, what you eat is going to be the most important thing that you do, okay? Forget, it's great to build muscle and exercise, but that does not contribute to weight loss. Your diet does, all right? So with that, make sure to comment below. Let me know if there's any other videos you want me to do. Like I said, I had a comment earlier, like a day ago that I addressed, and I'm really glad that he did because it was a very important subject. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time.